Despite the market meltdown, investors advised by options trader turned author Nassim Nicholas Taleb have seen returns of, listen to this, 50% this year, as much as 110%. Taleb's blockbuster book, The Black Swan, has become a sort of trading Bible for Wall Street. We got him right here. Find out how he's pulled off such extraordinary returns. Hey, welcome to Power Lunch.
Hi.
The title of the book, The Black Swan, has a lot to do with your strategy, right? It's about extreme events. Can you put it in a really simple way for our viewers?
Yes, that people underestimate the role of large-scale events. They think that we won't have big deviations, and they underestimate both the risks and the returns in the markets.
And the Black Swan refers to the fact that at one point explorers found black swans when they never thought any black swans existed.
Exactly. That exceptional events are going to occur. They're going to change things, and people underestimate the role of these exceptional events, like what we're witnessing now.
He wanted to title his book, Who Would Have Thunk It, but it's nowhere near as good as Black Swan. Nassim, doesn't your approach, and you've been advising a hedge fund that's doing extremely well, doesn't it basically require for the world to be all but ending for you guys to make money on this?
That's not. No. What we are advising people, that's not at all. Here, this is made to protect investors against adverse events. What we're advising people to do is something completely different. Is don't be overexposed to stocks. Stocks have great returns, but if you know the risks, will you keep these stock portfolios? That's the first thing.
Right.
The second one is that do not be short options, in a sense. Do not be running risks of making pennies. All right. You make pennies to lose dollars if something exceptional happens, and
right.
A lot of people are in that position.
Okay. Hey, isn't risk management on Wall Street lately been kind of an oxymoron? Do you think that Wall Street can honestly do a good job of gauging risk with all these incredibly sophisticated instruments? No,
that's the problem. And the reason we were set up for this for a long time, we've been waiting for this for a long time, is because Wall Street underestimate the role of extreme events, and their risk management systems are completely defective. The problems we have now come from these risk management systems that cannot detect the risk of rare events, and they don't work well.
So you keep 90% of the money in cash, and then you do these 10% of these extreme out-of-the-money puts. One example, last September, the S&P was at 1,200, and you took some very, very cheap bets, because nobody thought that the S&P would fall to 850. Clearly, that turned out to be a wonderful money-making strategy. My question is the following. Do you make that bet every single month? I mean, are you always betting on 400 or 500 point swings?
No. It's a little more complicated. This is a protection protocol that's designed to help investors in case there is an adverse movement. And the position is a little more complicated because it doesn't just have out-of-the-money puts. It includes some other financial instruments. It is not long volatility. We don't shoot for small variations. So it's more complicated. This is a protection package designed for investors to benefit from extreme events. It's not something we recommend people do.
But by definition, you're always betting on on the possibility of extreme moves, right?
It's more complicated. What we're making a bet on is that markets are manic depressive, that you're going to have either droughts or you're going to have floods, that you're not going to have a lot of rain.
That's a really good bet, and Prozac could put you out of business. Right now, Nassim, it seems like the Black Swan would be an actual hopeful market rally with stocks going up. After a bottom, the market makes back 30% of what it lost in only 40 days. Are you prepared for that? Can you make money on that?
Yeah, if there's a move of 20%, I mean, I can't really speak. I'm an advisor to my friends and former colleagues at Universa. I'm an advisor, I'm an external, but, it represents my ideas. I can't really speak, but I'm convinced that they would be extremely happy if you had a 25% move upwards in a day.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you personally made a lot of money doing this?
Sorry?
Have you personally made a lot of money? What's better, book sales or trading?
Trading by factor. I mean, there's not a single year, I think, where I made more money selling books. Unfortunately,
you might now.
Even with a bestseller, you can't make a lot of money.
So your Black Swan scenario, you're fine for the next year. There's going to be all kinds of volatility and real problems. Is that your outlook?
Well, no, I think, and this comes from, I think the system is still shocked. People did not realize what the something like this can happen. So people are shell-shocked, completely shocked by what took place. And we still have a lot of liquidations, and they need to increase their cash, reduce leverage, and it's going to take a while. And I think by the system is going to still be fragile and unstable until people realize and are set up, realize that we have extreme events, that you need a lot more cash on the side, that you need more redundancies and stuff
happy
like that.
bird watching to you, and thanks very much for being with us.
Thanks a lot.
Nassim Nicholas Taleb. His book is called The Black Swan.